And good morning, America, from the USS Enterprise, home to the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm Charles Gibson.
And I'm Joan London. It is Thursday, February the 13th, the fourth day of our Great Hollywood Wake Up Tour. And we're on the bridge, which is really neat. There's neat stuff around here in the Enterprise.
It is 1992, but we really come to you from the 24th century. What did you just do?
I don't know. I turned something on.
They know we're here. I think they've spotted us. But we are going to be on the sets, really, of the Star Trek: The Next Generation.
And there are a lot of them.
Through the day, yes. We have a little model here of the Enterprise, and this is what it's supposed to be. Theoretically, the ship is half a mile long, and theoretically, we are right here in the top. That's where the bridge is located. But in reality, the USS Enterprise is really about a dozen sets scattered around 3 sound stages here on the Paramount lot. For instance, the 10 forward lounge, which is supposed to be 10 decks down, and in the front of the ship, in truth, it's about 25 feet over here. But the detail on this set, on the bridge, is really amazing. For instance, back here where the crew sits, the control seats, they all swivel. And there's some very authentic-looking things here built into the arms. I love the way these control panels swivel around, and you can use them just about any which way. This is authentic even over to the plaque on the wall here, the dedication plaque for the USS Enterprise. It says here it was launched stardate 40759.5, which I'm told translates to year 2363. That's when the ship was launched. Made in the Utopia Planitia Fleet Yards.
In Mars.
In Mars, of course. Where else would it be built? So we're going to be here moving around these dozen sets or so, where the Enterprise is located on the Paramount lot today.
We're going to be talking to the entire cast in the Intergalactic Lounge, I'm told. But we're also going to have to put fantasy aside for a while and deal with some reality, because they've had a terrible, deadly storm out here in California. Ever since we got here, we've been in the middle of it. It has been pouring since Sunday. We'll have an update. And also, we will revisit the presidential Democratic candidates, and today they'll tell us what they would do about the rising cost of health care in America. Right now, though, we'll go to New York, where Mike Schneider has the news for us. Mike?
Thank you, John.
In our next half hour, the cast and crew of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Spencer and Joan and John North were just talking about the torrents of rain that have hit the Los Angeles area, and we can hear the rain beating on the roof of the soundstage here on the Paramount lot. We understand we took a rather major power hit in that last segment. Hopefully the USS Enterprise has auxiliary power sources, and they will work for us through the program. It is now 16 minutes after the hour. The countdown to the New Hampshire primary continues, and I'm going to be up there next week. And as you've been hearing all this week, the polls on the major Democratic candidates remain very much in flux. This has been a campaign driven in recent days by sensational headlines, but it has also been a campaign driven to a remarkable degree by a discussion of the issues. All this week, we have been comparing the views of the 5 major Democratic presidential candidates on a variety of issues. This morning's topic is the health care system in America and how to heal it.
Alan Shepard. As America's first man in space, let me express my very best wishes to the crew of the USS Enterprise as they explore new galaxies and unknown worlds. Good morning, America.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Joan London.
And I'm Charles Gibson. Good to have you with us. It is Thursday, February 13th. We are on the set of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and that was very nice for Alan Shepard.
It really was.
To do that. So many of the astronauts apparently big fans of Star Trek. And it is interesting that many of the cast were inspired by the astronauts. One of the cast members that I'm going to be talking to in this half hour, Michael Dorn, who plays one of the Klingons, Lieutenant Worf, I believe, wanted to be an astronaut when he was a kid. Didn't happen, but he got the next best thing, which is to be in this cast.
Well, the next best thing for us, though, is to be making this our backdrop this morning. And these are some rather snazzy digs. Look at this, the bed and the whole area. This is a little bedroom here.
These are the guest accommodations on the USS Enterprise.
The guest accommodations,
right.
And we, of course, are guests this morning.
We're going to be talking about where we are, really. It is interesting that on these very sound stages, on the Paramount lot, the original Star Trek was made here, and they use it still for the Star Trek: The Next Generation. But there is so much history on the Paramount lot. We've been talking about all the lots that we visited. The Disney lot, where we were at Warner Brothers yesterday and on Tuesday. It's interesting, these studios that grew up in the movie age now devote so many of their resources to television.
Yeah.
I guess that's sort of a sign of the times. But on this Paramount lot, 3,000 movies made in all, including the first Best Picture Academy Award winner, Wings. They made The Godfathers,
All
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
10 Commandments made here. Also the Indiana Jones movies made here. As I say, 3,000 movies in all. Shane, another one that was made here, the great Western of the 50s. And we'll be looking at the history of the Paramount Studios in this half hour. But let's go to Mike Schneider, who's standing by with the news.
Probably in the driest place in the state of California, Spence.
That is for sure, Mike, because I'm inside, still in the Starship Enterprise, and of course you must be properly attired to fit in here, so I've found a commander's uniform, and I'll tell you more about this and this location in just a moment. But first, let's go to the maps and take a look at, we're not going to the maps actually, but to videotape of a back here in 10 Forward, which is the bar and general hangout on the Starship Enterprise, and I'm going to try to sit down in these tushy huggers. We'll see if they hold up. Oh, yes. And I'm still looking for a cup of coffee. You think I can get some coffee around here, bartender? That doesn't look like coffee. What is this?
Gorgon stomach extract.
I see. Regular or decaffeinated?
Both.
Great way to start the morning with Gorgon stomach extract. Here's looking at you. A history of a studio of paramount importance in just a moment when Good Morning America continues.
It is 39 minutes past 7. Paramount. The dictionary describes as dominant and superior to all others. Rather fitting description for a studio that has really been dominant in its industry for 80 years. And right now we take you inside the gates of Paramount Studios.
And now, folks, we are entering the gates that so many try to crash and so few pass. Over here on your left, playing hide and seek, are Gary Cooper and Frederick March. Here comes Jackie Cooper with Hopple March.
We're talking big here. Big stars, big pictures, the hallmark of Paramount since its birth in 1912. The man behind those mammoth productions was Adolf Zucker, who ran the studio for most of his 103 years. And he hired a director who understood the concept of big.
Are you ready, Tate? Already and turning, Mr. DeMille. Right? Camera!
Oscar entered the picture in 1929 when Paramount's Wings won the first Academy Award for Best Picture. Of the 3,000 movies to follow, these faces in films are but a few. The Marx Brothers, Mae West, Bob Hope and Bing Crosby on the road to Singapore and everywhere else, Sunset Boulevard with Gloria Swanson, and Alan Ladd as Shane. A.C. Lyles got his first job in Paramount's mailroom.
When I came here in 1937, they tell me, that was 55 years ago, they say, A.C., you were here during the golden years. It's true. We made a lot of pictures, we had a lot of stars, and one time or another, every star, every writer, every producer in town has worked on the Paramount lot. So today, although we're making fewer pictures, we're making bigger pictures, we're making better pictures, and we're making pictures that are better received.
So when the gates of Paramount swing open today, you see the stars of 1992, like Harrison Ford and Ann Archer shooting Patriot games, the popular TV shows, Cheers, Star Trek, The Next Generation, Wings, and of course the ever-so-entertaining Arsenio Hall.
What's it? That's Good Morning. No, I told y'all, this is Good Morning America. Go. Hey, go home. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Y'all make me nervous. Go.
Shame on him. An enterprising cast comes trekking in when Good Morning America continues from Hollywood.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and